Joining us now on the phone is Clint Folsom. He's the mayor of Superior, about 40 minutes northwest of Denver. It's one of the cities being evacuated tonight. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your time right now. What's the situation on the ground?
Hi, good evening. It's a dire situation here. We've still got a mandatory evacuation order in effect. I'm doing a tour of the town with law enforcement right now, and we've lost a couple of hundred houses, and they're still actively burning, mostly on the west side of our town.
You've lost a couple hundred houses. Did you have any warning that this was coming?
Not really. We have some great open space to the west of us, but we had a situation where we've just had an extremely dry summer and fall, and fire got going in that area, and it just blew right into the houses.
We've heard of wind gusts up to 90 miles an hour. We understand people are hoping for a snowstorm to maybe bring an end to this. But what are residents in your town doing tonight if they've been evacuated?
There's a couple of evacuation centers that have been set up, and I imagine people have just gone into friends and family in different areas around town or different hotels. Our families evacuated to a hotel in a nearby town.
And is the wind over?
No, it is just still ferocious.
It's unbelievable. Is it normally like that this time of year?
These high wind events are not that unusual, but what's very risky is when fire gets involved. So that's just the overall dryness. We usually have a lot more moisture than this, but this wind event is kind of unprecedented. I mean, we're driving around looking at just dust and dirt piles that are. We just don't typically have that much, which just shows how sustained and dangerous these winds are.
How much of the town has been evacuated, and are they expected to return to their homes in the morning, or what do you think about the timeline?
We are a 4 square mile town, about 14,000 residents, and everyone is ordered evacuated. It's a very volatile situation here right now. Our neighboring town, city of Louisville, is also evacuated, or a good bit of it, I believe, is evacuated, and I believe they've got some, active threats in that area as well. As far as when people can get back in here, it really depends on when the winds die down, because as long as these winds, there's no way of containing the fire. It's just jumping from spot to spot, and it's just too volatile to have, or too risky to have people in the area right now.
Well, again, we know you're in the middle of making these rounds. Thank you for taking some time to join us, and the whole nation is keeping vigil with you tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.